Ratchet and Clank is the classic PS2 game that many of us grew up on. It has been rebooted for PS4 and is one of the most beautiful games to date. With addictive gameplay and humorous narrative, the $40 price tag is well worth it, and with a solid 6 to 7 hours of story, I can't see why this game can't be a Game of the Year contender. So since this game is a reboot, it begins before Ratchet met Clank, so it's a fresh start, which is great for lovers of the classic series and for newcomers that have never actually played the game. So to give a quick rundown of the plot, so Captain Quark is in a prison and we don't know why. Ratchet's in a garage, finds a flyer, tries out for the Rangers, gets denied. Clank escapes from a psychotic robot. Okay. Steals a ship, crashes a ship. Ratchet meets Clank, Clank meets Ratchet, water slide, guns,
do a barrel roll!
Becomes a ranger. Guns, hover race, guns, disco. Whew, now that we got that out the way, Ratchet and Clank is a gem. The kind of game you get lost in because it's fun and the visuals are gorgeous. Every weapon is unique, from the Groovitron being able to stop enemies in their tracks and just start dancing, to being able to turn people into sheep using the Sheepinator. You'll soon find your favorite. The upgrade system is very easy to understand and rewarding, increasing the power, range, and ammunition amount for each gun. It gives the player the ultimate advantage to build their arsenal. The game's narrative also shows how comical developers can be when making a game. They could talk about pre-orders, the fact that the game is a reboot, and the fact that there's a movie coming out, but they don't know if the movie's based on the game or the game's based on the movie. It's also funny how they have certain characters asking, "Hey, haven't I seen you before?" knowing that they have made appearances in past stories. The story is a solid 6 or 7 hours. Yeah, it's not the longest game, but for all the trophy hunters and the people that want to platinum the game, it would take around 9 to 10 hours to completely finish it, which isn't too bad in my opinion. The overall gameplay is smooth and very clean. Even though it only runs at 30 frames, you can't really see many bugs or glitches unless you're seriously looking out for them. For this reboot, I give Sony and Insomniac credit for restarting a franchise and bringing the game back to its roots. Now, I'm not big on poking on negatives of the game, but there are a couple things. The fact that you can't use the jetpack outside of certain planets, I think it's kind of stupid. I mean, I would like to use a jetpack no matter where I'm at. It would kind of make travel a lot easier than on foot. There also are a couple glitchy areas. I did fall through a couple spots and fell to my death a couple times. And then I would say the longevity of the game. If you're just one of those players that just play through, they don't try to look for like all the side things, this might be the shortest game. It might be like 4 or 5 hours if it's just a straight playthrough and you're not worrying about anything else. And then the last thing, missions with Clank. They're so prolonged and kind of annoying after a while. The first time I did it with Clank, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You get to be him just like in the past games. But like just using like the Gadgetrons and stuff, and just it really got tedious and annoying, especially when the big guy's chasing you and like you have to go into the generator room and then reboot a generator, reboot the water tanks, do all this extra stuff. It literally took me like 15 minutes and it was kind of like, ugh. But besides that, like I said, the game is great. I'm not big into scores, but all in all, I give this game an 8. It's fun, addicting, and the weapons are as usual, they're badass. For $40, you can't go wrong, so I would say it's a definite pickup for any fan or someone interested in a time-consuming joyride. Thank you guys for watching, and that's my review on Ratchet and Clank.
No problem. See you in the next reboot.